Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Hope, I know it's early. Hope everyone's having a great morning so far. All right, we're going to play on 80 a little bit. For now, anyway. This is KB2UKA. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency occupied? Nothing heard. CQ, CQ, CQ 80. KB2UKA. CQ, 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 CQ 80. Kilowatt Bravo 2. Uniform Kilowatt America. Calling CQ 80 meter. KB2UKA. Long Island, New York. Any station, anywhere. Standing by and listening. All right, station returning. Try again. Okay, Kilo Echo 8 Golf Lima Bravo. Chavis in Michigan. Good morning, sir. My name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf. I'm located on Long Island, New York, about 50 miles east of New York City. I'll give you a signal report next transmission. How copy? Over?
We're 5-9 here. Good copy on you. 5-9. We're trying out the ancient radio here, Icon 735 this morning. Just seeing how we're getting back to you. Over.
Well, you're doing a great job. You're 5-9 plus 5. Really nice signal. I'm running a Sunsdr2 DX, a little bit over a kilowatt into a 43-foot ground-mounted vertical. All my audio is processed virtually in Logic Pro. And I want to let you know, Chavis, I'm live streaming on YouTube. So if you put my call sign, KB2UKA, into the search box of YouTube, you'll find the live video. You're the first QSO on it this morning. You'll be able to hear and see your signal report. Over.
Roger that on the YouTube. That's pretty neat there. Well, I'm glad I bumped into you this morning. I was waiting for someone to bounce some signals off and check out this here icon. It's got the 735 with a SM8 microphone. So.
Morning, Andy. Well, it's doing a fine job from you. And it looks like you're in Houghton Lake, Michigan? All right, man, that's great. 80 meters must be a little bit stretched out this morning. That's awesome. Well, I appreciate you answering the CQ call. You're sounding great. Hope you enjoy the YouTube page. And hope you have a beautiful weekend, Chavis. Kilo Echo 8 Golf Lima Bravo from KB2UKA 73.
73. Have a great day.
Thank you. You as well. All right. Let's see if anyone else has a copy here. This is KB2UKA Long Island QRZ. CQ, CQ, CQ80, KB2UKA, CQ, CQ, 80 meters, Kilowatt Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt America, CQ, 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 80 meters, Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt Alpha, calling CQ80, KB2UKA, QRZ. CQ, 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 80 meter, KB2UKA, CQ80. Kilowatt Bravo 2 Uniform Kilowatt America calling CQ80 meters. KB2UKA Long Island, New York. Any station, anywhere, standing by and listening. CQ80. Kilowatt Bravo 2 Uniform Kilowatt America. CQ80 meter. KB2UKA Long Island, New York. Any station, anywhere, standing by and listening.
Kilo Charlie 3, Oscar November uniform.
Kilo Charlie 3, Oscar November uniform. Good signal. Good morning, Chris. Chris, name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf, Long Island, New York. Looks like we spoke on 40 meters back in August. I'll give you a signal report next transmission. How copy? Over?
Why, good morning there, Mr. Doug, up there in New York. We're down here in southern Maryland, and yeah, that's good business, keeping track. I've yet to learn how to do all that with with the QRZ page. That's on my to-do list this wintertime, is to learn how to get hip on all that stuff. I'm a relatively new ham. I've only got my general ticket last winter. But come on back again. I had my attenuation on, so I'm not going to be able to give you a good reading. You have an excellent signal, that's for sure. Let me turn my attenuator off, and on the next go-round, I'll be able to give you a better signal report. But I can tell you, you're right on the speaker there, over.
That's cool, man. You're first of all, welcome to the hobby, though you've been in here a little while. You're 5 and 8 to 5 and 9, sounding good. 80 is the roughest band for me to receive, so I'm hearing you quite well. I am running a Sunsdr2 DX, a Mercury III amplifier. I'm doing a little over a kilowatt right now into a 43-foot ground-mounted vertical with 125 ground radials, Chris. I didn't do that in one day. That took about a year to get to that number. They're 65 feet in length. I have a legal limit remote tuner right at the base of the antenna. And then I run the whole station here on an i9 iMac. And my audio is all processed in Logic Pro, which is recording software, digital audio workstation. So I have a virtual studio rack. That's how I process the audio. It then gets pumped into the SDR software and then turned into RF. So that's the station here. And like I said, you're 5'8 to 5'9. Over?
Wow, that is quite a setup you have there, my friend. Yeah, you're bouncing between 9 and 15 over. On the peak, you're just about 15 over. So, yeah, you're doing fantastic there. And the Mercury 3F is becoming all the rage. I'm starting to hear almost as much praises about that as the 7300 there, over.
Oh, yeah. It's become very, very popular. I've had it about a year and a half. I think I was in the first 10 people to own it here in the U.S. I remember I called Kenny and I had it on my door 3 days later. Boy, oh boy, it's like a 2 to 3 month wait to place your order now, which is great for them. Great for them. I know they had to shut down the shop. They retooled everything to get production flowing a little bit quicker. It's a great amp, Chris. $2,500. It would have a $5,000-$6,000 price tag if it had a brand name on it, maybe more. I tried to blow it up. I can't blow it up. It's just a tank. It's an absolute tank. Want to let you know, I'm also live streaming on YouTube. So if you put my call sign KB2UKA into the search box of YouTube, you don't have to do it now. Even though it's live now, the video will be up there forever. It's got today's date in it. We are 11 minutes into the video. So if you watch it back later, I would fast forward maybe to 7 minutes, and you'll be able to hear and see your signal report, exactly what I'm copying you here in my monitor headphones. Over.
Hey, Roger. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you so much. We're running the KB2UKA DX10, just 100 watts out to an off-center fed dipole. It's about 25 feet up, and it's a flat top configuration. And it's a Buckmaster 3000, so it's a 7-banded 3,000 watt capable off-center fed. But yeah, right now I'm down here in the ham shack having my first cup of coffee, and I'm doing some wiring because I'm currently working on installing my dad, who's a silent T now, his old Yaesu FT840 rig on my boat. I like to go offshore tuna fishing, anywhere from 70 to 100 miles offshore, and I've been wanting to get it outfitted for, just for extra security or safety, communication. Because, obviously as soon as you get 15, 20 miles offshore, there's no good communications anymore unless you're going to buy a cell phone. I'm not going to do that yet. So in any case, over the Thanksgiving holiday, I was able to pull the rig apart. It had a problem when my brother-in-law gave it to me. Thankfully, my brother-in-law, when my dad passed 10, 11 years ago, he took all my dad's old stuff. Because I wasn't interested at the time. I didn't know that the bug was going to bite me until about a year and a half, 2 years ago. So in any case, my brother-in-law was good enough. He gave me all my dad's old ham gear. So I got a couple of one HF rig and a couple of 2-meter rigs. And in any case, I pulled the back off the FT840, found the resistor thanks to YouTube and some blog sites. Found the resistor was good. It was actually a cold solder joint. Hit it with the soldering iron, got the solder to flow. Never done that before. That was kind of neat. Thankfully, I've done a lot of soldering, but never on circuit boards, only wire. So that was kind of neat. Got the radio all put back together. Scrubbed all the nicotine off the old knobs and got all the glue off the case and got it all cleaned up. And had to lubricate the BFO knob. It was kind of tight, so I got some lubricant down in there. Thanks again to some YouTube stuff. So thank you for you doing some YouTube now. So that was really exciting, working into the night, Thanksgiving holiday, working on this old rig, and then getting it on the air that same night. And then now I've got it rigged on the boat. That's what I did this week. I found a good spot on my overhead electrical box and got it rigged up. And now I'm working on the antennas and the wires and all that good stuff. Sorry to be so long in the tooth. I'll return it back to you there, Mr. Doug.
Oh, man, no worries at all. Well, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm glad you're getting to use this equipment. It's a great hobby. I'm 41. I got licensed when I was a kid, when I was 13, as a tech. And then I became a general in my mid-20s. I got married, I think I was 29, and then we had kids. I have an 8-year-old and 7-year-old. So I took a 7-year break. We were moving around, different jobs, things like that. And July of 2020, excuse me, I started transmitting again, and I set the station up, which has evolved in the last almost 2 years, year and a half. And boy, man, I'm learning new stuff all the time. In fact, I'm taking my extra December 11th. Haven't studied for it much. I'm just going to show up and take it and see what happens. I figured I waited almost 30 years. If I fail it, it's not a big deal. I'll go back next week. We'll try it again. But I love doing all this ESSB wideband audio. So there's no better place to do it than on like 3630 or the low end of 40 meters. And I just can't get down there yet. So, yeah, that's really it, man. It's a great hobby, always learning. You have enough soldering skills now to build a Mercury, because that's really all you need to know. You solder a couple of coaxes to the board and your AC connector. Everything else is plug and play. Over?
Roger. We're the same age. I just turned 46 November 3rd. So yeah, that's cool. I'll tell you what, you're doing great. I mean, that's phenomenal. I grew up. I'm a second generation ham. My dad was a ham operator from the early '50s. So I was fortunate enough to grow up as a kid, listening to him talk on the ham radio, around the world. And he was big into Morse code. Oh my goodness, we could be walking in the basement there, and all of a sudden he'd hear some Morse code come out of his rig. He'd look at me and basically put his finger to his mouth there, telling me to hush up. And then he would tell me what the guy was printing out with the Morse code signal. So it's a great hobby. You're absolutely right. It's a great way to make new friends and to learn a lot. Like here in the and I tell you, I'm envious of you for going to take the extra. That's all. It's going to be on my list. But I too am married. I've got two young ones. I've got an 8-year-old little boy and an 11-year-old little girl. So between I love to go fishing. Now I've got this hobby and trying to get everything. Time is tight. So it's tough to get it all worked in there, but it sure is fun. The last couple of nights I've been studying the Smith chart, and really that is phenomenal. I do commercial air conditioning, so I do Ohm's law when I was 12 years old. My dad was an old submariner in the later 50s, and he helped build a nuclear power plant, and so electricity and understanding electron flow and that kind of stuff. I take commercial air conditioning rooftop units all around the DC area. So knowing how to use an ohm meter and read wire diagrams, it's in my blood. And so it is kind of natural, but this hobby is really taking the electrical stuff, in my mind, to a whole nother level that I want to learn. So it's a lot of fun. And studying that Smith chart, wow, that's going to help me get my mind around a lot of this stuff as far as understanding Eli's Iceman and matching, and just knowing that inductive reactions and capacitive reactions are opposite of each other. And, when you're tuning circuits, you're either adding one or adding the other to try to get the correct impedance. That's fun. I love it. Back to you there, Mr. Doug.
Oh, yeah, it is fun. I'm all self-taught. You probably know 100% more than I do. But it's just a great, great hobby. And, yeah, my daughter's 8, my son is 7. They're 11 months apart. So we both have our hands full there. All right, Chris. Well, really nice making your acquaintance again for the second time. We spoke on 7182 back in August. And good to have you in the logbook for number 2 here. I'm going to say, and again, what you said about the time, this is when I do most of my operating, weekend mornings. I usually get at least an hour and a half in straight. I try to hop on late afternoons during the week too, maybe for 30, 40 minutes. I try to do it each day. Well, I'll say 73 to you. I hope you check out the YouTube page. I think you're going to like what you have to hear. Mind you, 80 meters is the noisiest band for me. Excuse me. So you're going to hear some static in there, but you're Q5. Q5. I'm either going to go for one more here or I might go up to 40 now. I could see the bands changing. So Kilo Charlie 3, Oscar November uniform from KB2UKA. Have a beautiful weekend and 73.
Okay, 73 is there, Mr. Doug, and a great job on the outfit there on your rig setup. You are definitely, that Mercury 3S and your antenna, everything is doing a phenomenal job for you. You definitely got to be proud of yourself for that. It's definitely talking really well, and your audio is just phenomenal. So 73s, enjoy this beautiful weekend that the Lord has given us. And look forward to catching you down the hall. 73 from KC3ONU in Southern Maryland.
God bless, Chris. 73. All right. Wow, I got a frog in my throat. Oh, no. Let's see if my good friend Art is listening. November 4, QNT. Do you copy KB2UKA?
I certainly do. KB2UKA, good morning. M4 QNT. Wow, tremendous signal this morning. Boy, the band is really playing great. You're 20 over, Doug. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. You're 5 over. Again, I think that's me, not you. Like I told the last gentleman, this is the worst band that I hear on, but you're still 5 over. And I don't know. I was working Michigan before. Earlier, I think it's starting to go short though. But how was your week, Art? We didn't speak much this week. Over.
Oh, it was great. Great week. Really picking up. My goodness, all the I call them the be-backs, right? You know, I'll be back. You know, that's what most of the customers will say after a demo or something, and. Oh, my goodness, just out of the woodwork. Hey, I remember you, you know, and we're going back like 6-7 months, right? And everybody just keeps it in mind, I guess, until spending season. So there we go. We're in spending season. Over.
Oh, yeah. We are in spending season. See, in my business, this is the slow period. No one makes a decision or does anything pretty much till the second week of January. So we just wrap everything up for the year and start doing our projections for next year. And I'll probably the 23rd I'll probably go in a half day, and then I'll be off until January 2nd.
Fantastic. All right. Hey, you know, of course, holidays, family time, all good, and good eats and all that, and of course, a little amateur radio too. So I'll be a little more active as well, and it'll be nice. I'll get a little break here too, at least 2 weeks. So it will be nice. We're just kind of, you know, grinding it out now and finishing up a lot of the end of the year projects and things like that. So a couple of actually one more large job ahead. So. As far as piping and, installation. So, good. You're sounding really good. Man, oh my goodness. Everything. Every little detail that I can listen to here and look at, probably the best ever. So, man, just lock it down, backup of a backup of a backup, whatever profile you're using right now, and keep that in a safe place. Go ahead.
Oh, man, thank you. Well, this is the Voodoo one. And I kind of set myself up here. I was watching the way... this isn't it crazy what we look at? I was watching the way K1GMM sits at his desk. And because he's always consistently the same distance from his microphone. And I kind of set up the chair where the chair is almost touching... The arms are touching the desk. And I can lean back in the chair... I can cross my hands in front of myself, and I've got that like 8 to 9, about 8 inches from the mic, and I can consistently stay there. And then I could drive my levels up, and I'm not overdriving. So thank you. Yeah, this is so if conditions are good, I use this one. If I'm like 5 and 7 to someone, I use one with a little less bass. And then I have the DX and I have the AM and I have all that crap as well. But yeah, I think I've gotten to a point where now I really don't have to do too much adjustment anymore. Another cool thing, it seems with the latest release of this software for the Sun, a bunch of guys have been reporting the issue that Rick and I have been talking about with the mic meter not hitting 0 dB, no matter how hard you drive it. So we originally thought they had some type of limiter in there. They may not. It may just not be calibrated correctly. So I think we're going to get and I've got it at a good spot right now, just from talking to you guys and getting feedback from people hearing me. But still, I don't know what level of dB I'm driving audio into the radio. I have an idea. I'm probably like on peaks. I'm probably like -3 dB, which is okay. But I don't have an exact figure. So I think we should get a fix for that in the next release. Over.
Oh, well, that would be good because, it's really important, for what we're doing here with a little bit more, just a couple little things happening with the mic and the preamp and tailoring and EQing. The VU is so important. And it's the difference of, that harsh, hot, rash audio
good morning,
versus,
Justin. How you
armchair
doing, brother?
smooth, which you are at the moment. So levels are good now. Just, I guess, mark that region of the VU or your, mic meter, and you got a good idea until a fix is in place, hopefully. And they should pay attention to that. Hopefully, that's one of the things on their list. I know, the gentleman working. This year, Richie, the Thetis software, he takes notes. Oh my goodness, he's got a checklist, probably a page long. So little by little, he listens to us, he touches things up, and we get a fix pretty rapidly in a couple of weeks. So good. But yeah, I agree with the your positioning, your proximity is so important. And you're right. I do notice that about Steve. Same kind of body movement, same posture, and that really is important with condenser-style mics. It truly is. As you know, the condenser is kind of a hot element, and if you get right up in that mic, everything you just do, all your adjustments, everything you do. Is thrown out the window because of 6 inches difference to the microphone. So it's really important to maintain that. But wow, Doug, I'll tell you, your vertical is playing great here on 80. I think you mentioned there was something going on and you found a sweet spot or something. I don't know if you made an adjustment, but what a great transmit signal. I'm not sure how it, I guess there is a difference on receive vertical to flat top dipole here. So, but transmission wise, you're 20 the whole time.
Yeah, I figured it out. I figured it out one late night. So I had to make a little chart. If I want to talk between like 3,800 and the AM window, which I've been playing a lot there too, like 3,880 up until like 3,890. And there's a big AM signal right now. I think there's a net on 885. I tune at 3,860. It's so weird, Art. I tune at 3,860. I get a 1-to-1, and it gives me no more than like a 1.5-to-1 everywhere between 3,800 and 3,900. If I want to talk 3,900 and up, I tune at 3,930, and I get a 1-to-1 on 3,930, and then I get no higher than a 1.5-to-1 anywhere in the 3,900 megacycles, anywhere in that whole up to 3,400. So for now, it's working well. I tested it down in the extra portion. I get a 1-to-1 at 3,630. So now I just need the license, man. Hopefully I get it on December 11th. Over.
Oh, yeah. And for QNT at the top. And, oh, yeah, you will. Good luck with that. And like you said, you're testing the waters now, and you'll get the feel for the format, the testing, and a little touch-up studying. And at least you have the opportunity, with the weekend club. Here it's a once-a-month deal, so really good luck with that. Seriously, you'll do fine. And one thing, Doug, I think I've asked you this before. I'm concerned about one little thing, and maybe it's no concern. You probably already tackled it. From your tuner, and I know it's outside, the weatherized auto tuner is underneath the antenna, the optimal place for that tuner. On that metal assembly itself, I know most of it's covered with the weather box, but I believe on the other side there is that aluminum or whatever the metal, whatever it is. Do you have anything tapped to that surface, and then like a 8 or 10 foot copper clad pipe going in the ground, grounding that box? Go ahead.
So, all right. So, yep, you have the weatherproof enclosure, which I also siliconed all the seams, because when I first got it, it filled with water. So it wasn't that weatherproofed. It is now. I'm trying to think. I haven't been out there in a while. So how I have it set up, it goes from the ground connection on the metal frame of the tuner to the ground radial plate, and then I have an 8-foot ground rod hammered into the ground, only about 3-4 inches above ground. It's sticking up, and then I have the radial plate grounded to that. Over.
Well, there you go. You answered my question. Yeah. So, of course, the path of least resistance, and you've tackled that. So you're right there with the ground plate. Everything is bonded and coming off of the at least some of the metal of the tuner. Excellent. So, no, that's great. And that's probably what the tunability factor is, too. You able to, being that it's not, I guess you could say, the exact measurements of the vertical itself, and then some of the ground field, random lengths. It does help out, especially on the low band. So, here on 7580, the tunability will be a lot better if it's grounded, and of course, and that's why it already is. So fantastic. All right, I thought I heard someone come in, Doug. I'll stand by a moment. I know you got the stream going, and there was a couple of comments. I think there was a mobile, K4LEN, recognized that he heard you in his mobile. So I'm going to stand by. Do what you do here, and I'll be listening. I'll chime in. So listening in with a cup of coffee, N4 QNT.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's Justin. Justin, do you still have a copy? Over. What's up, Justin? It's weird, man. I've got you. My noise floor is an S7, but I've got you like 3x9. So you're coming up above the noise. I hear you, brother. You're mobile right now, right? Art, did you hear what he said that last time?
I did. I just missed a question or comment, but when you acknowledged him, a minute ago, he's coming in great. Nice signal, Justin, into North Carolina, about 100 miles northeast of Charlotte. This is Art Alpha Romeo Tango.
Nope. I got you better that time, Justin. You're about 4x9 now. 4x9. Over. right, man. That's awesome, man. Doing a great job mobile. Art, Justin was the lucky winner of my PR 781 a few weeks back.
Oh, fantastic. Well, congrats on that. That's, boy, well, that was a cool giveaway, Doug. Way to go with that stuff. Man, you put a lot of smile on people's faces with those giveaways, I'll tell you. And how's that working out, Justin? You have that mounted on the dashboard right now. Go ahead.
I don't know. I think if I ever part with the Mercury, that one I might sell, Justin. Over. I could probably get more than Kenny selling them new right now because you could get mine in 4 days.
Contact that.
Go ahead, contact. Contact, I heard you in there loud and now I don't hear you. Go ahead.
No, it's KB1B on there, Doug. Remember we talked about the radio a couple weeks ago? So I got the radio email. But this is KB1B and this is Isaac up here in Boston there, Doug.
What's up, man? What's the call again? Yes. You got a friendship deal on that one, I remember. You're on it now?
Yeah, I'm on it now, so I'm on it now, just trying to get used to it there, but I shoot your email. I didn't know if you had gotten the email, because I wanted to ask you about the audio, but I wanted to talk to you over the phone. There you go.
All right, yeah. Shoot me an email. I'll send you my phone number. I hear you just fine, but I've got a load of static here on 80 meters, so I don't want to comment on the audio. It wouldn't be right because I'm not hearing it loud enough. Art, do you have a copy on him?
Yeah, very light here, Doug. I hear what he's saying, but again, the noise mixture, noise to floor ratio in the audio, it's just not enough to critique.
Yeah, so shoot me an email, and we'll talk one evening, maybe early next week over the phone. Does that sound good? Well, good morning to you and your family, and hope you have a beautiful Christmas and holiday season. We're just trying to wrap up the year here. But what I'm hearing, man, it's sounding good from what I'm hearing. It's just, like Art said, I've got too much static here. I think I'm going to hop over to 40 meters in a second anyway, because 80 is going to shut down here. I could see it on the pan adapter. Really good to work you again. And if you shot me an email, I'm sure I got you in there, but shoot me another one with your number and I'll send you a text so you have my number, okay?
Okay. You said it's a little better now?
Oh, you just came up to 5'9".
Oh, there you go.
Okay, Sunday. Okay. I'll shoot you an email and we'll talk next week there. KB2UKA, KB1B. Send it to you out there.
Well, let me just tell you, I still have static on 80. That didn't sound too bad, and it didn't look too bad on the scope here either.
Yeah, so I wanted to talk to you how I could, because I got something on my computer I want to use software like you. I used to do it, but for some reason this Focusrite not working out. So I just wanted to discuss something with you there. So no problem. Okay, I'll shoot you an email and then we can chat a little later. KB2UKA, KB1B.
All right, cool. Yeah, and I'm using a Focusrite, so there's a lot of kinks in them. We could work through it. All right, so I'll look for your email. 73.
Okay, 73 is from KB1B.
Yeah, Art. He came up to like five over with the amp.
Well, as you know, we buy amplifiers for our friends.
That's it. That's it. I will say mine's always on.
Oh yeah, easy listening after hitting that switch, so very nice. But yeah, you're right though. This is about the time when the band it starts to shorten up. You know, it's the sunlight coming through here now, and anybody within that 150, 200 mile proximity, great signals. But further than that, we'll start getting that little roller coaster stuff in and out here. But you're still booming in pretty good. I still copy well. N4 QNT.
Yeah, you haven't changed. You're still 5 over 9. Sometimes 10 over. You haven't changed. I just saw a bunch of messages come through on Signal. What do we got here? What do we have? Rick, good morning, Rick. Is Mr. N8SDR on frequency?
I got a feeling he's down in the 36 range.
Yeah, I agree. I was listening down there last night. Man, almost everyone down there sounds really good.
Oh yeah, that's the place if you're going to play audio and all the experimenting and external gear, of course, VSTs and DAW and whatever. Boy, that's the place to experiment. Those guys really, I just love what they do, and they've set a precedent. It's kind of a known thing. It's a window. That's how I look at it. You can scan up and down on each band, and there's always a little allocation of a window for something. Slow scan, FT8. AM, whatever it might be, and ready, whatever, CW, of course. But for those guys, they set it up where it's 10 kcs of beautiful sideband audio. Wow, you hear this guy just transmit like we're not even here, can't even acknowledge or just take the time to, like say, hey, something, but just fire up a KC, I'll tell you.
Yeah, you beat me to it. Frequencies in use, like 4 kcs of it.
I mean, really, is this the prima donna mindset of these old farts that just think they own a channel and they can't move their VFO a little bit? It's mind-boggling. It really is.
It really is. I think he's gone. All right. What I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna jump up to 40. I'll send you a message. Let's see what's going on up there.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, they probably have to, All right, we'll catch up. I'll pay attention to the listing, and we'll take it from there. I appreciate you picking me up, Doug, and sounding great on 75. So we'll hook up in a little while. N4 QNT.
We will, and I'm just putting something up real quick on the screen that I want you to take a look at. It's the message that I sent you. So, okay, the EQ that I'm on right now, the receive EQ, this is what I've always been on. So you're going to sound pretty realistic when you listen back on the YouTube page. This is the one, hold on. You'll see it now when you watch. This is the one I was on that day that you thought you sounded muddy or too low. Look how I have the bass pushed. So I do that when I have the subwoofer on to get that rattle in the room. But I had the whole time I had it on my regular EQ.
Oh, no wonder. Okay, that makes sense now. Yeah, because I was like, hold on now. I'm over here looking at everything, looking at the adjustments on the EQ here, the big bottom effect, and it's like, there's no way. And that explains it all now. Totally understandable.
Yeah, because I have the low pass on the sub set at the highest I could set it, which is 160. So then that means everything above one, so it's a high cut, right? If it's a low pass, it's a high cut. So everything above 160 doesn't go to the sub. So I, on my receive EQ, I don't have 160 hertz adjustment. I have 130, I have 64, and I have 32. So I push, oh, that was a big plosive. I push the 130 hertz range to get the subwoofer to rattle.
All right, excellent. Well, I'll tell you, Doug, it'll be really interesting if you can find a way to keep the receive audio for the stream, no adjustments, just the way it plays. No enhancement with EQing at all. And then, of course, set your receive, how you want to hear it through your speaker system, If there was a way to divide that, that would be really optimal for someone that really wants to hear their audio natural, the way it sounds coming in, without you enhancing it a little bit. Even if you make better adjustments and it still sounds decent, it's still not the true, you know what I'm saying? So, boy, there's got to be a way to have a mixer or something and just you generate your receive, what you want to do with it to enhance it, and then over the stream it'll come out natural.
Yeah, I almost don't want to leave the frequency because these guys are trying everything they can. There might be, even built into the software, I got to ask Rick, because I've got a button down here that says use for monitoring the RX EQ. So maybe if I turn that on, I'll only hear the EQ in the monitor. I don't know. I got to talk to Rick. I think he knows how that feature works.
Yeah. There's got to be a way to separate that. So the raw audio versus the enhanced or what you want to do with it at local, at your desk. So. All right, at the 20 here, N4 QNT, and I'll just look out for your, what you're going to do, where you're going to be, so we'll take it from there.
All right, cool. KB2UKA QSY to 40. And now these guys could stop their little carrier.
So anyway, yeah, I don't have a whole lot. We're starting out at 40-some degrees this morning. It's supposed to get up to, I don't know.
And north was going to be foggy. Quite a bit of fog, but not down here.
Usually the fog's a good sign for some propagation on
This is KB2UKA. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency occupied?
Occupied 1 KC above you.
All right, cool. Thank you, LQSY. This is KB2UKA. Is the frequency in use?
With the front part of it that comes down, but I never have to tune it anymore. Well, never's a long time. It used to be I had to tune it every time I came in here, but I don't have to now, so that's good. And I'm on the AL82 this morning, and it seems to be doing okay.
What's up, Stormtrooper? How you doing, Todd?
David, and
Good morning.
yeah, I didn't know that Judy took a spill, but he can fill you in there. And Sam's in there too. Let me get over to you, David, and you get it to Sam. W5YS WX4L.
WX4L, W5YS. Getting a little bit of an echo as you run. Over to you, Sam. KF4.
Morning, David. Thanks for listening in.
Morning, David. Morning, Russ. W5YS, KF4YOS. Echo. Hello. Let me turn up the radio. Me. All tuned.
Most of it, conditions have changed big time here, Dom. So,
as far as my doctorate, I have a doctorate in medicine and a doctorate in psychology. And I practice here in Georgia as well as teaching college. Okay.
And another friend only has another, what is it now? Winty has a...
What's up, Art in Georgia? Thanks for listening in, brother. Just trying to find a little home here on 40.
Sit on the desk. I don't think you have to hold the microphone.
W5YS.
You were too light for me to understand, Russ. Scott, sorry. I'll try to catch you again. Back to you, Scott. WA4DOS, W5YS.
This is KB2UKA is the frequency in use. I didn't see you guys transmitting. Now I do.
Well, I'm awake. That's one good thing.
This is KB2UKA is the frequency in use. This is KB2UKA is the frequency in use is the frequency occupied. Nothing heard. 7.224.500. CQ 40. KB2UKA. Hello, this is Kilo Bravo 2 Uniform Kilowatt America. CQ 40 meter. KB2UKA, Long Island, New York. Any station, anywhere, standing by and listening. CQ 40. KB2UKA. CQ 40 meters. Kilowatt Bravo 2 Uniform Kilowatt America. Calling CQ 40 meters. KB2UKA, Long Island, New York, any station, anywhere, standing by and listening. CQ, CQ, CQ 40, KB2UKA, CQ, 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 CQ 40, Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt America, calling CQ 40 meter, KB2UKA, Long Island, New York, any station, anywhere, standing by and listening. Station returning, low copy, very low. Try again. CQ, CQ, CQ 40, KB2UKA, Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt America, CQ, CQ, CQ 40, KB2UKA, Long Island, New York, any station, anywhere, standing by and listening. Kilo Delta 9, Radio Delta Oscar, KD9RDO. Shane in Illinois, good morning. I'll give you a signal report next go around. Name here is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf, Long Island, New York. How copy? Over.
I've got about a 7 noises here in my QCA. I'm on a 40-meter vertical antenna. But you're sounding good. You're breaking S9 noise levels. And I'll give you a return transmission here. And back to you. Give me your call sign on your next transmission.
All right, Shane, Roger. Well, I've got you about a 4x7 Q5 copy, though. I hear you. My name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf, and the call sign is Kilowatt Bravo number 2, Uniform Kilowatt America. I'm also live streaming on YouTube, so if you want to hear how I'm hearing you in New York, just throw my call into the search box of YouTube. You'll find that video. I'm running a Sunsdr2 DX, about 1,200 watts, also into a vertical, 43-foot ground-mounted vertical with 125 ground radials. They're 65 feet in length and a legal limit remote tuner right at the feed point at the base of the antenna. And all the audio, Shane, is processed virtually in Logic Pro. Over.
QSL on that, QSL. Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Kilo Alpha. Illinois, thank you, and I appreciate it. Sounds like you got a great station here, really great. I'm running an Icon 7100-7100. I'm on battery power right now, and maybe a little less than 100 watts. And it's a 33 feet ground-mounted vertical with a 16-gauge copper wire for the radiator. And I'm only using 4 radio wires, about 34 feet each. So it's doing pretty good. You're actually my first contact on this antenna, so I appreciate it. Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Kilo Alpha. Back to you, KB9RDO.
All right, man, that's awesome. Cool. Yeah, it's doing a fine job. The timestamp of the video right now is 1 hour, 19 seconds. So the video has today's date in it. If you watch it later, I would just fast forward to about, 57 minutes, and you should be able to find the QSO. Well, thank you, Shane. Thank you for the first contact here. Kilo Delta 9, Radio Delta Oscar from KB2UKA. Have a beautiful weekend and 73.
All right, thank you too. And 73, have a good day out there. Enjoy the weather.
All right. Take care, my friend. Happy holidays and Happy New Year. All right. Let's see if anyone else has a copy. This is KB2UKA, Long Island, standing by.
Oh, yeah. KB2UKA and 4QNT on 40 meters. Wow. Stronger here, Doug. Solid 20 over. No fluctuation at all.
Oh, yeah. Much stronger. Your audio is just louder here. It might be the noise floor. You're 10 over, solid 10 over. Booming in here, Art.
Yeah, pretty cool that we can band hop like this, and it's all about the conditions here, and it's just playing between us, the perfect distance for both bands. That's pretty rare.
Yeah, I would think we're almost close enough with the power we're running. I think we could speak on 80 almost any time of the day.
Yeah, I would mostly I would say later in the day, a high noon, mid-afternoon might be a little tough, but generally, yeah, nighttime through morning hours right up until probably 11 a.m. or so, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I have a nice low noise floor here, so yeah, you're sounding good. Sounding really good. I think there was another station in there. Let me just pause for a second. If there's another station, go ahead.
Kilo Charlie 8 Delta Echo Echo CCAT, Michigan time, over.
All right, I got a good copy on you, but I didn't get the end of the call. Sign Kilo Charlie 8. What is it?
Delta Echo Echo, Delta Echo Echo, over.
All right, Kilo Charlie 8, Delta Echo Echo. Dave in Michigan. You're 5'9", booming into Long Island. Name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf, 50 miles east of New York City. I'm in here with my good friend Art, November 4, QNT. Let me pass it back to you, Dave. Let me know how you copy me from New York, and then why don't you throw it over to Art, N4 QNT. Go ahead, Dave.
All right, yourself. Thanks for coming back to me. Listening to you on your channel there. So kind of been following you, and the band just got up to where it makes contact with them. Vertical myself, but 95 watts is what I'm running. 7300, and you're like 510, I believe, over here in Michigan. This is Kilo Charlie 8, Delta Echo Echo.
Let me see if I have it. All right, cool, man. Yeah, you're sounding great. Art, do you copy David?
Yeah, no copy at all. No copy, Doug.
Dave, he doesn't copy you. He's south of me. We just have a good path. You're sounding good, David, and thank you for being on the YouTube page. You're going to get to hear how good I'm hearing you, because you're a solid 5'9", and you're coming in beautifully into Long Island. Over.
All right, thank you very much. And yeah, I just happened to been skimming the tubes there and came across this, so I figured I'd give her a shot and see how well the unit's working. It's about a year-old setup. And everything else. Hopefully background audio is not coming across. Back to you.
Nope, I'm just hearing you, my friend. I'm just hearing you. It's sounding good. Good fidelity in the audio. Doing a great job from Sturgis. So, David, thanks for stopping in, man. Really appreciate it. Kilo Charlie 8, Delta Echo Echo from KB2UKA. And thank you for the support on the YouTube page. Happy holidays and Happy New Year, 73.
All right. Thank you very much, and you too. Have a great day. This is Kilo Charlie 8, Delta Echo Echo, QRT.
All right, 73. All right, Art. Yeah, he was running, I think, about 100 watts. He was 5'9" here.
Oh, great. Where was Dave located? Yeah, see, that's odd. It's just that little niche of difference in the path, you know. I mean, as far as length, you know, distance as the crow flies, you know, I mean, not too far off from you and I, but just now you're more towards the east, and there you go. So it just makes a difference.
Oh, yeah. I get into Michigan pretty well, and I hear them pretty well, even with low power, normally. Oregon, California, that's like DX to me.
Yeah, Doug, there's someone calling. Not sure if you heard the 0 station. I'll stand by.
I hear him lightly in there. If you got him, why don't you pick him up?
Okay, not a good copy, but enough to make out the call. There was something with a KC something or KC0. All right, very good, Dean. Yeah, my name is Art Alpha Romeo Tango. I'm in North Carolina, about 100 miles northeast of Charlotte. That puts me just near Winston-Salem, Greensboro area. And you're coming in quite well. I have you 5'7", 5'8". Maybe Doug might be able to pick you up. You mentioned you hear him as well, but he's vertical here on 40, so maybe a little difference. I'm flat top horizontal, so who knows? But anyway, just the path of the band. But you're sounding good. Go ahead. KC0IJN from November 4, Quebec, November Tango.
Let me see if I have it. Okay, what's up, Dean? I do hear you in there, brother. You're light for me, though. You're about 3 by 5. But I was able to make out everything you were saying to Art. Over? That's good. Well, let me just check the logbook here. Oh, yeah, man. We've worked before. I remember you. Good to hear you again, brother. Hope you had a beautiful Thanksgiving and a very nice Christmas season coming up. Over. All right, great, man. And you actually came up to about 5 by 6 that last transmission. So no problem copying you. 73, Dean. Have a great weekend. Take care.
Well, there you go. Yeah, that's he actually came up on my side here, so he's putting out a nice signal, just about a kilowatt with a flat top antenna. He said about 65 feet, so just the way the band is playing.
Yeah, you would think I'd hear him 10, 15 over, but you're right. It's all the path. That's what it is, Art.
You know, very interesting, Doug. I'm looking at your pan adapter. And, of course, you know, I know the timing, it's a little off, and it has to be. You know, we're streaming and, of course, you know, timing, all that with the Internet. But I caught my eye on something, what I was doing with my transmissions, and it seems like I fixed it now. My filter, DSP filter, was way out of whack here. It was on a low value, and I noticed there was a lot of energy, not flaring or you know, splattering, but like a line coming on the other side of the carrier. And I'm going to do this just to duplicate it. Okay, I see the band came back up here, so sorry for the long transmission. But I'm going to put it back to where it was. It's on 4096 right now on the DSP transmit. I'm going to put it back to 1024, and I just clicked apply. So, of course, I'll unkey now. I'll see it come over your pan adapter now, but I just wanted to double-check that setting. So, N4QNT, there it is. You see that little line now next to the razor edge, and now there's a second line?
Yeah, and I wouldn't have noticed it if you didn't say anything, but I see it. It's right there. And now when I transmit, the waterfall freezes. So it's locked in right there. You could see it on the bottom of the screen where it's not there. And then about, about an inch up, you could start to see it. Now, does that have something to do with pure signal?
Well, pure signal exposes it. So say if I'm not running pure signal and I have a little bit of fluff or a little bit of flare, you wouldn't even recognize that. But because of the razor edge of pure signal on the transmission, it's just showing how you can increase and decrease the internal buffer for the digital signal processing for the transmit audio, and flare out there with a little more, it actually adds a little more boominess, but I don't need that because we're doing plenty of that outboard anyway. So now I'm going to put it back to 4096 for the setting instead of 1024, and that cleans it right up. So right now I'm watching it, I just hit it, and it should disappear. So back to normal. N4QNT, oh, there it is, I see it.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Well, a lot of guys I know Rick was talking about the IMD. A lot of guys are saying that they're getting IMD now with the latest release of this software. I don't know if you're seeing it on me, but they're aware of it. On the bug report, a bunch of guys reported that they're getting it now with the same audio settings that they were using with the prior release.
Well, I don't know if they fixed it now with the last update you did, Doug, but you're booming in. I mean, you're 15 over, and I'm looking at razor. I'm seeing a clean edge, especially down the band. Down the band, right out to the final edge of your bandwidth, it is just dropping off like a rock. There is no flare at all coming off that side. On the other side, the upper portion of the signal going up the band, same thing. It's pretty much rock solid. I'm not seeing those big flares at all.
Yeah, I think it's correlated to the mic gain meter. I think what I think's happening is some guys, because I've had it before, and that's when I was trying to get the damn meter to 0 dB. Like right now, my mic in the software is set on 19 dB. There's been times I've run this thing on 25 dB, thinking I wasn't pushing it enough. So that could be why they're getting it.
Okay, this is a good experiment only because of the great signal I'm getting you at the moment. Go ahead, while you're transmitting, go ahead and adjust your mic gain level on the software, on the Sun software, and get your meter to NIC 0. And I just want to capture this.
All right, so I'm still on 19 dB setting. And according to the meter on my voice peaks, I'm between a -3 and a -2 dB. Now, here's the problem, Art. I'm going to pump this up. It's still not going to hit 0, and that's the issue with the calibration. But let's see what happens. So here's 19. Let me talk a little bit about my antenna. I have a 43-foot ground-mounted antenna. Now I'm at 30 dB setting, 30 dB, and I'm still between -3 and -2. We're going to go real crazy here. I'm at 45 dB now. I'm peaking between -2 and -1 on the scale. I'm at 80 dB right now, Art. 80 dB, and I'm still peaking at -2 to -1 dB on the scale. And now I'm going to bring it back down. And I should have looked at my amp. I'm going to bring it back down to 19 dB. So here's where I started. Over.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. The band held up well, so you'll see the readings, the DBN readings while you're transmitting. But I'll tell you, Doug, it stayed clean the whole time. I heard now your room lit up, of course. You lit up the whole room. I could hear your boom, your microphone, your background noise. I mean, it got hot. I mean, it was a hot transmission when you peaked, when you turned it up to those levels. But on the pan adapter and the waterfall, it stayed edged all the way down. There was no flares.
That's crazy. So they have to have a limiter in there. I bet my amp went up too. I wasn't looking, but they have to have a limiter in there. But I like it here. So I'm gonna not talk for a second. Let me know if you hear the room. You shouldn't because of the noise gate, but let's see. I hear Carter in my monitor. Carter's talking in the other room. But I think the 19 dB is good for me right here.
Oh, yeah, you're about 15 over 9. It fluctuates a little, 10, and then I see 15. And on the peaks, I am looking at, honestly, if I didn't realize you were on a Sun, seriously, I'm thinking, a non or whatever, just a clean SDR radio. What a great transmission. I mean, it has fallen off. You're at least, I'll do the readings. I'll hit the peak here and just do a quick calculation. But you're definitely minus 45 to minus 50 in the noise floor, easily.
Sorry, I was just writing on Signal. See if Rick's going to come up here. All right, good. Yeah, I don't want to mess with the mic gain until there's another update because I've got everything set pretty good, so I'm just gonna not mess with it. Yeah, so it's a clean rig. So I don't know. Rick was mentioning something about I'm bringing it up now. These filter taps, which to be honest with you, I still don't know what they do. So if he hops in here, he'll explain it. But I've got it set on 3800, which I thought was the highest setting. If he hops in here, I'm going to see if I could go higher. And I know the computer processor has to be able to handle whatever you set that on. But I think that could be creating IMD as well for some guys.
I believe so. I'll stand by a moment, Doug. I thought I heard someone come in with their call. I just missed it, but you pick them up, of course, and yeah, that image I just sent on the Signal, it was down. I wish I would have waited before I snapped that, but that just gives you a good idea. That was almost when you had full bore audio going at plus 30, whatever you're doing with the slider, but that gives you a good example. All right, I'll stand by. N4 QNT.
All right, yeah, I see the pic. Okay. So that was full scale. All right, this is KB2UKA. If there's another station in there, come on back.
WD4 ART Whiskey Delta 4 Alpha Romeo Tango.
All right, Whiskey Delta 4 Arthur in Georgia. We've spoken before, my friend, about a month and a half ago. Name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf, Long Island, New York. You're booming in here. Let me give you a signal report next transmission. How copy? Over.
Copy, Doug. You are 5'9" into North Georgia here. I'm just north of Atlanta. And yeah, we did speak a month and a half ago. I just stumbled upon you, and it was the first time I ever heard my signal out anywhere else. So it's a great service you provide here. Great for newbies like myself. And you sounded great. You sounded great on 80 meters, too. I just had a chance to get tuned up and try to transmit, but this is great. Over.
Oh, awesome, man. You're 5'7" to 5'8". You were louder when we first started, when you first called me. I don't know if you were close to the mic, but beautiful signal. Beautiful, beautiful signal. And thank you for the support on the YouTube page. Let me pass it over to Art. He's in North Carolina. I'm assuming he should copy you. Art, do you copy Arthur?
No, we're too close right now. It's definitely not playing short yet, Doug. No copy. Pick them up. I'll stand by. I'm going to fill up the cup of coffee anyway. Keep the stream going.
All right. Well, fortunately, I just got requested here to get off the radio by my young daughter. So Daddy has to provide. So I'm going to go QRT art, both arts. I'm sorry, guys, but I got to shut the stream down. So I'm going to say 73 to both of you. Art, Whiskey Delta 4, ART, and Art, November 4, QNT. I'm going to listen out, but I got to hop. So I hope you guys have a great day. Let me pass it to N4 QNT first. 73 Art.
Very good. Okay, Doug. Hey, we'll catch up later. Thanks for the streaming, man. Boy, especially I caught that on the carrier. That was great. 7-3. We'll catch up. N4 QNT.
All right, 73 Art and Arthur WD4 ART. Hope you have a beautiful Christmas season, holiday season, and a nice warm winter down there in Georgia. Over.
Copy that, Doug, and thanks. And yeah, I've never been in a QSO with another Art before, and that's probably it's very rare in real life and not just on the radio too. So it's good to be Arthur as opposed to Art, and who I could not hear in North Carolina. I think we are too close. But 73 to you. Thanks again for all you do, and have a great, wonderful rest of your weekend.
You as well, my friend, and you're 5'8" to 5'9" now. Sounding really good. You'll hear it on the stream. All right, so this is KB2UKA. I am going QRT. Hope everyone has a beautiful weekend. Take care. KB2UK clear. All right, guys, on the stream, thanks so much. Have a great day. I got a busy one ahead of me here. So I'm going to hop in the shower and get the day started. 73.